Let's hear more now from our political correspondent Gary O'Donoghue, who's in Barnsley. Gary.
Thanks very much. Yes, a big shock here in Barnsley overnight with the Lib Dems being pushed into 6th place, losing their £500 that you have to place to stand in a by-election. That'll be the least of their concerns, but their big concern, of course, this morning is what that means for them in future elections. Well, one of the great victors last night was the UK Independence Party. I'm glad to say that I'm joined now by their leader, Nigel Farage. Bit of a night for you.
Very pleased indeed. Big increase. We've shown our potential before in European elections by getting big scores, but now we're doing it in first-past-the-post Westminster elections. We're delighted, though I have to say not completely surprised, because just over the last month, whether it's votes for prisoners, paedophile registers, car insurance for young women, annuities for old men, increasingly our parliament is seen to be completely impotent, and so the UKIP message that we should take back control of our own lives is very relevant to voters.
Isn't the truth, though, that they're voting against the Liberal Democrats and the Tories rather than voting for you?
Well, the truth of the Lib Dem vote, of course, is that for the last 20 years, the Lib Dem vote has gone up because people have said, a plague on both your houses, we're going to vote Lib Dem. They were the voice of opposition in British politics. They're not anymore. UKIP has now got that role.
So what does the future hold for you in a seat like this? Do you think you can consolidate?
Well, we're now going to move on from here and fight seats in the local elections on May the 5th, and that'll be part of our 1,000-seat push across England. We're also going to fight Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, and, you know, this is turning into a proper professional political party.
Now, of course, we've got the voting referendum coming up. You've been a bit ambiguous, I'd say, about your view of AV. What's going to happen? What do UKIP believe on?
Well, I mean, look, we've been promised by everybody a referendum on our relationship with Europe. Goodness me, the Prime Minister gave us a cast-iron guarantee on it. So we're saying, if there's going to be a referendum on May the 5th, let's have it on the European question. If that's not to be the case, I will vote, albeit in a slightly lukewarm manner, for AV, because at least I see it as a crack in the dam and a change from a system that is now very discredited.
So that's the party position now?
The party position is that we will support AV in the referendum, yeah.
OK, Nigel Farage, thanks very much. Well, I think there'll be quite a lot of post-mortems here after the result last night. Not a good result for the Conservatives either. They halved their share of the vote. But the big story, and of course that's why everyone's talking about Nick Clegg and the Liberal Democrats, is the fact they trailed in 6th, not just behind people like UKIP and the British National Party, but indeed behind people like an independent candidate who had absolutely no party machine to back him up. Back to you in the studio.
Gary, thank you very much. Gary O'Donoghue, our political